What's up, math fans? You ever hear the joke, if it's not a right angle, it's a wrong angle? Well, if you look at a diagram like this, oh no, there's no right angles, I can't use trigonometry. Actually, you can. So I'm a little excited about this video because I'm teaching all new stuff. I consider this higher level stuff. And we're gonna do the law of cosines today, all right? So the law of cosines is basically one law, but when you learn it three different ways. This is actually all the same formula. So if you look at your diagram, little a is the side opposite big A, the angle. Little b is the side opposite big B, and little c is the side opposite the angle, big C. That's it. It's just telling you where is what. Side, angle, etc. So if you look at your formula, and I'll go from the bottom to the top. C squared equals a squared plus b squared. If I hide the rest of that, doesn't that look like familiar? Like the Pythagorean theorem? It is. But the Pythagorean theorem only works for right triangles. This little adjustment works for all triangles. This is very, very useful when it's not a right angle. So, what is it saying? A side is equal to the sum of the other two sides, right? C squared is equal to a squared plus b squared, the other two sides, minus 2 times ab, which happens to be the other two sides again, times the cosine of big C. Big C, little c. So this formula is useful for finding a side, which means you have to be given the other two sides and an angle. Remember I said that. The other two sides and an angle. So if you're looking at a diagram and you have this information, a side, an angle, and a side, you can find the other side. If you have, let me erase this. If you have side, angle, side, you can find the third side. The law of cosines is applicable when you have side, angle, side. It's also applicable when you have side, 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 but I'll do that in another video. Side, side, side. All right. So, look at my diagram. I have side, angle, side, so I know I can use one of those formulas. Let me pick one. Wait, there's no letters. How do I know which one to pick? That's the thing about formulas. You don't have to memorize the formulas, because what if they change the letters and call this, I don't know, N-O-Y, and then you go over here and you say, but there's no formula for N-O-Y, and then you start crying. So, don't memorize the formula, understand the formula. It's the unknown side squared equals 29 squared plus 13 squared. What? Minus, right? Let me, if you're not sure, just go back over there. Minus 2 times 29 times 13. And then the best part of it, the cosine of the given angle, the cosine of 41. Finally, 41 pulls its weight. Cosine 41. Okay? So you're going to get a calculator. Obviously, graphing is the best one, but you can do this with scientific. X squared is equal to whatever 29 squared is, figure it out, write it down. Whatever 13 squared is, figure it out, write it down. 159. Then when you do this, I would do it separately. I think the graphic calculator could do it all at one time. I would figure out all this separately. So I would find the cosine of 41, which is some decimal, then multiply by 13, then multiply by 29, then multiply by 2, and then write that here. So put all of that information here. Then I would add these two separately, bring it down, and then subtract at the end. I'm going to leave all that work for you because I don't want to use a calculator. I'm going to do this one where I can show off a little bit. I actually know this one in my head. All right? So I'm going to do it all over again from the beginning. And I'll let you figure out this one on your own for extra credit. Wink, wink. Okay. Let's get rid of that. I'll walk you all the way through this one. So again, let me label the sides. I try not to confuse you this time. I'll do ABC. So if this is big A, this is little a. If this is big B, this is little b. If this is big C, this is little c. I'm going to want to find little b, okay? You can put x here or you can just leave it as little b. I want to find little b. So which formula do I use? The one in the middle. B squared Oh, you're gonna erase the diagram so you don't get confused. B squared equals what? Something? B squared, I need more room to slide it over. B squared equals, let's see, A squared plus C squared. So that's 4 squared plus 3 squared. Start with the 4. 4 squared plus 3 squared minus 2 times A is 4, C is 3, times the cosine of the angle opposite the side we're trying to find. The cosine of, see this is opposite, so it's the cosine of 90. All right, good. Let's continue. B squared equals 16 plus 9 minus 2 times 4 times 3. 2 times 4 times 3. What is that? 2 times 4 times 3. 4 times 3 is 12, times 2 is 24, times the cosine of 90. I'm putting this off to the end because, again, like I said, I don't have a calculator. All right, so B squared equals 16 plus 9. What's that? 25. Minus 24, and now I better go to the calculator, so let me type it in here, my magic eraser calculator. Cosine 90 is 0. All right. Most of the time you'll get some decimal. This one worked out to be 0. So B squared equals 25 minus 24, right? No, 24 times 0 is 0. So this thing kind of drops out. 25 minus 0, still 25. B squared equals 25. Hopefully you made it to this point and you think your answer is 25. One more step. B is not alone. I asked you to solve for B. B is not alone. How do you get it alone? Square root. Okay? So here we go. B equals 5. And that goes there. This only works, this only cancels when I was lucky enough to have a 90. But you should have planned ahead. If this is 90, you don't really need the law of cosines because it was a right angle, not a wrong angle. So it's a 3, 4, 5 right triangle. See that? But it still works. That's the beauty of the law of cosines. It works for all triangles. Thanks for watching. See ya.